State institutions were employed in custom services, and many more. Judiciary and administration. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the present administration has placed top priority to quick and equitable dispensation of justice in the state. During the period under review, Ministry of Justice, as part of its infrastructural development, renovated 2 high court administration complexes, including the provision of toilet facilities. Government also completed the renovation of high courts, magistrate, Aba and Sharia courts in Bama and Biu, while magistrate court, Aba and Sharia courts in Kwakusari and Wulari have also been renovated. In the area of justice administration, the Ministry of Justice during the reporting period received 321 cases of homicide, robbery and sexual gender violence cases and secured 157 convictions, while 153 cases are still pending in the court. In addition, the Ministry drafted and dated 81 contract agreements and 15 memorandum of understanding, while 20 signed laws and amended laws were received from the Borno State House of Assembly after action by the state government. Borno State Geographic Information Service, BOGIS, page 48. Mr. Speaker, honorable member, the state government has attached great importance to well-planned urban and regional development. It is in this vein that this administration established the Borno State Geographic Information Service to improve our urban renewal drive. The BOGIS has continued the conversion of customary titles into statutory grants and certificates. The BOGIS has also undertaken the construction of shopping complexes and mechanic villages, as well as street naming and house numbering project in the state capital. Mr. Speaker, the Urban Planning and Development Board has during the period under review continued to carry out its responsibility of ensuring well-planned cities and towns across the state. Audit. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in the year 2022, the Office of the State Auditor General and that of the Auditor General for Local Government have continued to perform their statutory responsibilities of ensuring that ministries, department agencies, and the local government council adhere strictly to budgetary provision, ensure probity and accountability in the management of public finance, and the discharge of their duties through auditing of their books and accounts. In the same vein, the Office of the State Auditor General made it mandatory for all accounting officers to account for all their financial transactions and promptly answer all audit queries emanating from such transactions. Hostel Management Board. The Hostel Management Board in the year under review perspective facilitated the recruitment of 58 medical doctors and dentists, re-engaged 11 retired medical doctors, recruited 239 nurses, as well as 193 retired specialized nurses and midwives were re-engaged. Similarly, 34 consultants, doctors, and locum appointments were recruited to mentor the upcoming doctors in various hospitals in MLC and local government. This is in addition to approval of the recruitment of 1,000 medical doctors and other professionals currently undergoing. Mr. Speaker, during the year under review, the board undertook the accreditation of the departments of anesthesia, laboratory and radiology for postgraduate training and internship at the State Specialist Teaching Hospital. Highlight of the 2023 budget. 1. We plan to complete and commission all ongoing projects in the year 2023. This is very important. Last year, during my budget presentation, we did promise to the people of Borno State that we shall deliver on 20 main key projects. And so far, almost all of these projects were delivered, but some are undergoing construction. And therefore, the first thing that we need to do in the year 2023 is to ensure that all undergoing projects are completed and commissioned. 2, we plan to lift the embargo on promotion and implementation of promotional benefits. We need to motivate the civil servants And the one way we shall do is to ensure that we give them promotions at when due and ensure implementation of their promotional benefits. We plan to drill 54 hybrid power boreholes in each of the 24 local government. No, we plan to drill 54 hybrid power boreholes, 2 in each of the 27 local government areas. We also plan to construct 3 water works in MMC and Jere. We plan to construct water works in other towns of our local government area. We plan to establish 60-hectare sprinkler irrigation systems in 6 local government areas of the state to enhance crop production. We plan to construct 9 hard dams in the state to enhance irrigation farming. We plan to construct teachers' quarters in Biu, Hau, Jukwa, and Gajiram towns of the state. We plan to establish 3 mega higher Islamic colleges in Gorda, Bama, and Pukau local government areas of the state. Mr. Speaker, on inception of office, I promised to the people of Borno State that Borno State government will construct 27 high Islamic colleges in all the local government of the state. So far, so good. We have constructed 1 in Mongono, 1 in Gubio, 1 in Biu. Another one is now ongoing in Jukwa, in Gamborungala, in many places. But inshallah, we shall also plan to construct additional 3 next year. And inshallah, if God gives us the opportunity to continue, I will ensure that each and every local government areas of Borno State should have 1 mega high Islamic colleges. We plan to construct additional 10 mega schools in Borno State in the year 2023. We plan to construct 500 housing units in Biu and Magomeri local government areas of Borno State as part of our policy for city expansion. For urban renewal, for rural renewal. We plan to construct flyover at Borno Express Junction, inshallah, in the year 2023. We also plan to construct another flyover at the West End roundabout. And inshallah, all this flyover will be completed in the year 2023. We plan to construct dual carriage road from this Shaw's roundabout to Songhai. We plan to complete the construction of 500 housing units in Longomari and Gajibo. We also plan on establishment of School of Nursing in Goza and in Mongono. Because one of the major problems that we are facing right now is inadequate number of health personnel. And the only way we can achieve is to ensure that more tertiary health institutions are established. Currently, the approval that was given to the government of Borno State to admit in the School of Nursing is not more than 100 or at most 150. And this number cannot cater for the needs of the Borno State. We plan to construct bypass from Kano Road to Gubio Road as part of our city expansion program. And I believe, if given the opportunity, we want to see how the entire Maiduguri metropolis and Jere town will be cycled by a bypass. So, for the year 2023, we want to construct the bypass from Kano Road to Gubio Road. And inshallah, if we are alive and if given the opportunity, we shall construct another bypass again from State University to University of Maiduguri. And in the year 2025, we shall construct again from the University of Maiduguri to Muna Road. Then in the year 2026, inshallah, we want to construct from Muna Road to Baga Road. We plan to construct Township Road in Mongono. We plan to complete Maiduguri Bama Road early next year. We shall also plan We are also planning to complete the Damboa Chibok Road early next year. And inshallah, government will ensure the rehabilitation of the Maiduguri Damboa Road next year. While plans are underway in consultation with Alitko Dangote to start the construction of Dikwa Gamborongala Road and then Bama Banki Road, inshallah. We plan procurement of 312 agricultural implements for our 312 tractors that were procured by my predecessor for onward distribution to all the 312 wards in the states. Each and every ward in Borno State will be entitled to have a tractor. And this shall be given early next year. And I hope to do it before even our own election. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, a total of 234 billion, 831 million naira, 950,000 has been budgeted for the year 2023 fiscal year, which is made up of 114 billion, 175 million, 333,000 for capital expenditure, and 90 billion naira, 656,000 million, 917,000 for recurrent expenditure to be financed from recurrent revenue of 137 billion, 846,000, 800 million, 861,000, which will comprise FAC revenue of 67 billion, 981 million, 950,000. Internal generated revenue of 333 billion, 171 million, 306,000. Value-added tax of 30 billion naira, 93 million, 605,000 naira. Another federation account sources of 6 billion, 500 million naira. The budget will also be financed by capital receipts of 95 billion, 685 million naira, and 89,000 comprising of loans and grants. The 2023 budget, like the 2022 budget, shall be based on the federal government fiscal forecast for 2023 to 2025 medium-term expenditure framework, which is already domesticated for the first time in the state through your support recently. The 2023 budget shall therefore be facilitated by enhanced internal generated revenue as projected. The 2023 budget projections are therefore based on the following assumptions. Expected statutory revenue and the revenue of the federal government based on expected rise in crude oil prices and daily production rates and the mineral ratio of 22%. Expected rise of local revenue collection as a result of sustenance and continued enforcement of payment of ground rent and improving revenue generation of up to 25% annually. Proposed crude oil price benchmark of 75 barrels per day and a daily production of 1.5 million barrels per day. The projected national inflation rate of 13.1% and national real GDP growth rate of 3.1%. The proposed exchange rate of $415 naira per dollar. Sectoral allocation. Ministry of Agriculture. The ministry will in the coming year continue with its laudable programs such as distribution of farm inputs to farmers across the state, cultivate more hectares of land, sustain the community-based tractor hiring program, and construct art dams across the state. The ministry will also undertake rural agricultural development programs to strengthen smallholder farmers to boost production. In this regard, the sum of 7 billion, 238 million naira, 794,000 has been allocated for both capital and recurrent expenditures. The ministry will construct 9 dams for irrigation and livestock purposes. The ministry will procure farming implements, especially plows and harrows, for onward distribution to all the 312 wards of the state. The implements will be mounted to our tractors area procured. In the year 2023, government will procure wet-blended fertilizer in reasonable quantum for distribution to our farmers early now. Let me use this opportunity to apologize for the farmers in Borno State for inability of the Borno State government to distribute fertilizers in quantum last year. This was as a result of the federal government legislation banning utilization of all compound dry fertilizers. But this year, inshallah, we have started the preparation. Government will procure enough wet blended fertilizer for onward distribution to our farmers in the year 2023. Ministry of Animal Resources. In the year 2023, government intends to commission multi-billion naira rural urban grazing ruga in 3 senatorial districts in the state. Construct state-of-the-art abattoirs in Monguno and Biu, research state Galtimari fish hatching complex, and rehabilitate the 3 existing livestock investigation and breeding centers across the state. As part of our drive to ensure livestock development, government is to provide about 3,000 large ruminants cattle and 10,000 small ruminants to communities that lost their livestock during the year 2023 inshallah. Sum of 1,809,700,000 has been allocated for both capital and recurrent expenditure. The Ministry of Education will in the year 2023 continue with the payment of WAEC, NEPO and NAPTEC examination fees, construct staff quarters and rehabilitate existing one in some selected schools. The ministry will establish ICT centers across the secondary schools in the state. The ministry also plans to sustain student feeding in secondary schools and sponsorship of exchange program to 18 northern states, in addition to accreditation of technical colleges. The ministry will construct 3 mega-high Islamic colleges and 10 more schools across the state. And I believe the hard-working Commissioner for Education will implement these noble objectives. The sum of 28 billion, 237 million naira, 444,000 naira has been provided for both capital and recurrent expenditure. Borno State government under my leadership will do everything possible to ensure that the education sector is revamped. We shall recruit more teachers. We shall recruit more competent and qualified teachers to man our primary schools. Up to now, we have series of challenges in our primary schools. Whether we like it or not, the fact remains is that our primary schools are lagging behind. So, we need to recruit more teachers, we need to provide houses and ensure implementation of 30,000 minimum wage for those staffs that are to be qualified in their coming assessment. Ministry of Environment. The ministry in the year 2023 plans to construct facilities for IDPs, wildlife conservation and rehabilitation facilities at the Santa Karim Zoo, and undertake the review of waterways. The ministry will also embark on massive pollution control measures, tree planting campaign, as well as purchase of automatic weather equipment and sensitization on climate change. Inshallah, government of Borno State is willing to plant 5 million trees in the year 2023. And we shall begin this process in earnest. We want to implement last year, but we couldn't do, because raising of seedlings should be done in earnest in order to catch up with rainy season. This has not been done last year. The Ministry of Finance, in the year 2023 fiscal year, consolidate on monitoring the expenditures of all ministries, departments, and agencies, including budget guidelines in accordance with budget policies, and also coordinate technical assistance from bilateral and multilateral agencies such as UNICEF, UNF, and others. The sum of 30 billion naira will be allocated to the ministries. The main reason for this huge allocation of funds to the Ministry of Finance is to ensure payments of backlog of areas. Inshallah, the sum of about 15 billion naira should be paid in the year 2023 to civil servants that have retired in the local government service as well as in the state service. You can recall that in the year 2021, Borno State government spent about 17 billion naira in the payment of gratuities and pensions. This is a huge amount. I want to appeal to the civil servants in the Borno State, appeal to the retired civil servants also in Borno State, to bear with us. Because government of Borno State has a lot of competing demands, especially in the areas of security. And I don't think there's any government in Nigeria, state government, that can afford to pay 17 billion in a year for settlement of pensions and gratuity. I promise to ensure that if given the opportunity to serve the government and people of Borno State for the next 4 years, inshallah, by the grace of God, I will settle all liabilities due to civil service. Ministry of Health and Human Resources, in the 2023 fiscal year, government intends to renovate all hospitals in the state, in addition to upgrading of state specialist hospitals. The General Hospital Borno and Biu will be upgraded to special hospitals. Recall, we mentioned this very important agenda during our 2022 fiscal year, but unfortunately we couldn't do because of some certain reasons. But believe me sincerely, inshallah, we shall ensure upgrading of these 2 hospitals to specialist hospitals in the year 2022. Tertiary health institutions shall be constructed in Mongona and Goza, while staff quarters shall be constructed at the College of Nursing and Midwifery. 10 secondary and primary health centers will be constructed and equipped. While the Borno State University Teaching Hospital will be completed in the year 2023. Some of our 19 billion naira, 952,951,000 naira have been provided for both capital and recurrent expenditure. Ministry of Home Affairs, Information and Culture. In the year 2023, government will construct new office building. I see no reason why. I'm not aware of this one. Government will not construct new office building. Yeah. One thing that we still need to do is to ensure the functionality of the BRTV. One area that we couldn't do well up to now is the functionality of the BRTV. BRTV is still not functioning well. I'm somebody that is always willing to say the right thing. Inshallah, we shall ensure the rehabilitation of BRTV in the year 2023. In such a way that our radio stations will be heard in our neighboring countries. Our televisions can be watched in our neighboring countries. This is my agenda. So the Commissioner for Information should take note that my desire is not to build offices. The existing offices that we have in Borno State, for Borno Radio Television, and indeed the Ministry of Works of Information is sufficient enough. What we need is effective service delivery. Ministry of Housing, government will undertake the electrification of 3 local governments in each of the senatorial districts. This includes Dikwangala, Dikwa Ngala, Mafa Dikwangala, Bama Fulka Goza, and Maiduguri Kachiramogo. And let me bring to a kind notice that so far so good. We procured about 1,000 poles. These poles were made up of steel. We were prepared to do the job. And these poles are already on ground in preparation for the electrification of these 3 major cities in Borno State. So inshallah we shall do it. Early next year, we shall start the fixing of the poles. In the same view, provision and maintenance of relief stations as well as renewable energy to rural areas is very important. Some of about 7,282,640 have been allocated for both capital and recurring expenditure. Intergovernmental affairs, in line with presidential directives, the ministry in 2023 will continue the transportation of assorted food and non-food items from the various custom warehouses across the country for distribution to IDPs and host communities in the state. The ministry will also facilitate the takeoff of Outer Nefat program, as well as other border activities, for effective and efficient discharge of its responsibilities. The sum of about 2,794,824,000 has been allocated for both capital and recurrent expenditure. Ministry for Justice. The ministry is responsible for the administration of justice and rendering legal advisory services. In the year 2023, government proposes to renovate or construct, rehabilitate all existing courts in the state. Right now, most of our courts are in bad shape. And we want to ensure that judges deliver their judgments in their respective locations. Peace and normalcy has returned to our communities, and therefore we must ensure establishment of civil authorities on ground. And one way we shall achieve this objective is to ensure that courts are rehabilitated, equipped, and ensure that judges sit in their respective locations. Ministry for Local Government. In the year 2023 fiscal year, government will construct and rehabilitate the palaces of their Royal Highness and other traditional rulers, provide support to the internally displaced persons across the state. Ministry will construct lodges in all government areas that has no official lodges, government lodges. So far, so good. Since my assumption of office to date, we have constructed government lodges in Bama, now batch of been completed, in Goda, in Askira, in Hau local government area, in Monguno, I think virtually in almost all the local government areas of Borno State. But we shall see. If there is any local government that has no government lodge, we shall construct one. Government has therefore allocated the sum of 8,865,000,000 naira. These monies are from the local government. Before then, we don't budget them, and we felt it's not right. Local government councils used to receive 20% as development levy from the statutory allocations, 5% as security and others. All monies accrued to the state government has to be appropriated by the House of Assembly. This has not been done before. And this time around, I told them that all funds being spent by the local government councils, ministries, must be appropriated. We are not undermining the independence of the local government. The Ministry of Reconstruction, Rehabilitation and Resettlement, in the year 2023, the ministry plans to build on its previous projects of the construction of housing estates and perimeter fence, installation of solar street lights, and undertake rehabilitation work at various local government areas. The ministry will also, in collaboration with development partners, undertake a lot of projects across the state. Houses and public infrastructure are to be rehabilitated through building Darajaman. In Logumane, Gajibo, Moiwa, Dalwa, Ashigashia, Yamteke, Bita, Kareto, Hambagda, Kekono, Milangi, Sandia, Koshebe, among others, with a view to resettling the people. Yes, there are some communities that we promised to return them last year, in the year 2022. We couldn't do so because of some obvious reasons. Few days ago, we had problem in manufacturing. We have resettled people in manufacturing, but they were displaced. The major reasons why they were displaced is not because of the security situation, it's because of the problem of flooding. We have been to manufacturing, and very soon the water will be received and all the communities will be returned back to manufacturing. Northern Borno will receive tremendous attention in the year 2023. You will bear witness that government of Borno State has done a lot in central Borno and southern Borno in the year 2020 and 2021 and 2022. Because of the lingering security challenges in the southern Borno, we couldn't do much. In northern Borno, we couldn't do much. And inshallah, this time around, we have achieved reasonable degree of security in northern Borno, and therefore we shall swing into action. All refugees willing to return home that are taking refuge in Chad, Cameroon, and Niger will be repatriated. Federal government of Nigeria, under the distinguished leadership of President Muhammad Buhari, has inaugurated repatriation committee headed by Mr. Vice President. And I am the Vice Chair. And you know, my name has never been associated with failure. I promise to Mr. President that inshallah, this committee will work. And I will not relent in my effort in having audience with Mr. President until funds are released to this committee to ensure the repatriation exercise has taken place. For this, the ministry to execute this program, the sum of 19 billion, 669 million naira, 442,000 naira is allocated to the ministry. The Religious Affairs Ministry, sum of 2,778 million naira, 508,000 naira has been allocated for both capital and recurrent expenditure. Tourism, 3,198 million, 938 million naira has been allocated for both capital and recurrent expenditure in order to complete the construction of mini market, Mairi market, as also construction of mini market and bus stop terminal, and the rehabilitation of Maiduguri International Hotel has to start in the year 2023. I don't want to mention it. We have already started the rehabilitation of the International Hotel. But we want to do it silently. Ministry of Transport, government will purchase additional buses, will purchase additional tricycles with a view to supporting the younger ones, with a view to easing transportation problem in the state. And inshallah, in the year 2023, we shall ensure digital transportation system in the state as obtainable in other parts of the world. Water resources, sum of about 10 billion naira, 245 million naira, 469,190,000 has been allocated to the Ministry for both capital and recurrent. Women resources, 4 billion, 395 million, 300,000 naira has been allocated for both recurrent and capital expenditure. The ministry will embark on the rehabilitation of all remand homes and correctional facilities. Completion of skill acquisition centers in the three senatorial districts to enhance the training of vulnerable women and widows. Ministry of Works. The ministry in the year 2023 fiscal year will continue the construction, rehabilitation, and completion of roads and drainages across the states. These include construction of roads and drainages at Umararinga, a number of MMC, as I said so. Construction of 1.96 kilometer road and 3.92 kilometer of drainage from Bulori Traffic Light Junction through Bulori Kaswa to Malak Kachala Hospital Road in MNC. Construction of underpass pedestrian bridge at Gambor Market Junction of MNC. And completion of dualization of Amadi Bembe, Mogoram, Lafia, and part of Shores and Dakura roads and with drainages and 2 bridges at Eskanani and Gwandi, which were almost completed. In the year 2023, government also intends to complete the following roads and drainage. The Mboa Chibok Balala Road will be completed. Construction of road and drainage within Askira town, 9.2 kilometers will be completed, inshallah. Construction of road and drainage network within Stadium Maiduguri 8 kilometer road, 16 kilometer side drain and 3.7 kilometer outfront, as well as rehabilitation of 1.11 kilometer of road and drainage at Gwani Adams Street, London Chief. It has also been completed. Construction of reinforced concrete side drains and outboard drains along 12 carriageway from Custom to Muna Welcome Gate, 10 kilometer road will be embarked upon. Construction of Township Road in Mongono, construction of Miringa Buddha Road will be started. And we hope to complete it. The road was cut during the last year rainy season. We have been to the site and we have promised to the people that we shall rehabilitate this road. And therefore, immediately after the passage of this very important budget, the road maintenance agency will move to site. The rehabilitation of the Yerwa road, rehabilitation of roads and drainages at 3 streets within Follow. This includes Follow Jari, Abachangala Street, Acha Kurso Bashir, Spur Road to link Follow Dual Karachibu. Construction of flyover at Borno Express Junction and at West End Roundabout. Construction of feeder road from Kulak to Eastgate. Construction of Baga Fish to Dam. In the light of the foregoing, government has allocated the sum of 25 billion, 62 million naira, 109,000 to the Ministry of Works for both capital and recurrent expenditure. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Animation would be given 5 billion, 247 million naira, 6,000 naira have been allocated for both capital and recurrent expenditure. While the Geographic Information System would be given 2 billion, 622 million naira, 468,000 naira. Borno State House of Assembly. The House intends to construct offices. No, we have rehabilitated this office. I think it's okay. I don't know. They spoke this speech letter. This was not there in my original dated speech. The House, the Borno State is willing to maintain this existing building, but it has planned to provide computers and install solar power systems within the House complex, as well as purchase vehicles for standing committees to ease their oversight duties. Some of about 4,595 million naira, 873,000 naira has been allocated for its capital and recurrent expenditure. The position of this House of Assembly is very critical and very crucial to His Royal Highness, the Yerwa. It's very strategic to the people of Borno State. And therefore, we urge members of the House of Assembly to maintain this very beautiful edifice. Yes, it's one of our monuments. Let's preserve some of our monuments. Security Trust Fund, some of our 3,690,000 naira, 554,000 naira have been allocated for its capital and recurrent expenditure. Security is cardinal objective of any government. Government is willing to spend any amount of money with a view to ensuring protection of lives and properties of the people of Borno State. And therefore, whenever there is a need, government of Borno State will not hesitate to send requests to the House of Assembly for approval. God, in His infinite wisdom, has given us reasonable degree of peace in Borno State. We have to thank Almighty Allah for this gesture. But we shall remain steadfast. We shall remain firm in ensuring that we maintain this security apparatus in the state. And as I said it earlier, inshallah, early next year, I will reopen resumption of night travels in Borno State. I will begin to travel from Maiduguri to Goda in the night, early next year, inshallah. The theater commander and all other military establishments will be invited for Borno State government to resume night travels in Borno State. Especially, we will start in 2 major roads. Maiduguri Kano Road will be open up to 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. Then Maiduguri Bama Road will be open up to 10 a.m. And those individuals of Bama local government that don't want to sleep in the Metropolitan Council will have the opportunity to do so. Borno State Independent Electoral Commission should be given 2,150,000 naira. Elections should be conducted next year. local government elections should be conducted. And we have learned a lot of lessons. We will allow people to choose their leaders. To the best of our own ability, we are human beings. We have done right in some certain directions and we haven't done well in some certain directions. We are ever ready to rectify our anomalies. We should be given opportunities for those living in the grassroots to choose local government council chairmen and councillors of their own choice. To the best of our own ability. The actioners will be expiring this month, and we hope to do justice to the matter. The Office of the State Auditor General will continue to undertake intensive staff training, make the office ICT driven to meet up the challenges of time for effective service delivery. To this effect, 640. Office of the Secretary of the State Government, SMT. That is what we are sure. Being the last center of the government, we spend a total of about 8 billion, 341 million naira. 324,000 naira have been allocated by both capital and recurrent. The Office of the Head of Service will spend about 1,892,353,000. Conclusion. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in the last few years, I have had the privilege and opportunity of executing 3 budget proposals and have compelling reasons to simply look back and be proud about the gains so far met despite the challenges. We have done it together and shall continue to do it should our people give us their mandate in the next general election to take our dear state to even greater next level. All our past efforts were focused on reconstruction, rehabilitation, resettlement, security, amongst others. And the 2023 proposal shall capitalize on those gains to sustain our resilience and restore our glory. I hope you will consider and approve this proposal, which I believe is packaged for prosperity based on our developmental agenda in view of the improved security situation. I therefore count on you to continue the unrelenting support and cooperation for the collective well-being of our people. I once again thank you and hope to work with you again and ensure lasting peace for the development of Borno State. I wish our great party APC a resounding victory comes 2023. And inshallah, we shall win in all the units in Borno State. On this note, I have the honor and privilege to formally present to you the 2023 appropriation bill for your kind and speedy approval.
Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, CON, MNI, FNC, GCON, Niger Republic. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Borno State, Alhaji Umar Kadafu, the APC State Chairman, Honorable Ali Kadiawe, Distinguished Senator Mohammed Ali Duni, Senator representing the Borno South Senatorial District, the two House of Representatives, Honorable Mohammed Kahim Borno, and the Senatorial candidate for Borno North Senatorial District, and all honorable members of the National Assembly who are present. The APC Senatorial candidate for Borno Central Senatorial District, Minister Profession, Nawal. The APC House of Representative candidate, Martin Omorodazai, and the APC House of Representative candidate, Askira The Federal Commissioner, Nigeria, and the City Agency, Honorable Albert President. The Secretary to the State Government, Usman Yerwa, Fellow College, the Chief Imam of Borno, Imam Ibrahim Lesu, Honorable Commissioners, Chairman and members of the boards and staff, the party representative, the state women leader, APC Borno State, the state commissioner of police, the commandant, the state SS Director, the Commandant of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, and all other paramilitary agencies who are present. Former and present members of the Borno State House of Assembly and the former state and national assembly members who are present, members of the civil society, the labor leaders, National Union of Transport Workers, Student Union, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and members of the press. Your Excellency, on behalf of my honorable colleagues, Chairman and Permanent Commissioners of the Borno State House of Assembly Service Commission, and all members of staff, I wish to welcome Your Excellency, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, CON, MNI, FNSE, the Executive Governor of Borno State, and the Chairman of the Governors Forum, and the members of your entourage to the Borno State House of Assembly for presentations on the 2023 Appropriation Bill, Budget Estimate with consideration of honorable members as enshrined in Section 121, Subsection 1 and 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Your Excellency, having listened carefully to the presentation of the 2023 budget address, targeted budget for continuity or sustainability, I must be hastened to say that the proposed budget is all-inclusive. Aim to say that the proposed budget is all-inclusive and consolidating on our previous recovery and developmental achievements. Through the budget, is a transitional one. It has captured all the peculiar needs of our people. The successes recorded in the implementation of the 2023 budget are due largely to your administration, transparency, accountability, and compliance with budgetary provision that ensure judicious utilization of our scarce resources. The 2022 performance, as published by the Ministry of Finance, Budget and Planning in the Public Finance Management website, has been encouraging, and we will continue to support these people driving governments through appropriate legislation. On this note, Your Excellency, sir, let me, on behalf of the honorable members, join millions of your admiration and commend you for the giant strides your administration has recorded in the last 3.5 years in areas of rebuilding communities, resettling and empowering displaced persons. Your determination to resuscitate dormant state-owned industries, improve internal revenue generation, meeting the numerous international standards in governance, providing conducive working environment to civil servants, restoring people confidence in governance, complementing effort of security and other federal agencies, designing a blueprint to the state and other unprecedented development in all sectors, which are too numerous to mention here. And Your Excellency, sir, we all know that legendary campaign for the 2023 general election are on top gear, and we are all neck deep involved, either as candidate or as key stakeholders. On this note, I wish to assure Your Excellency that the Honorable House will accord the processing and the passage of the budget proposal to just lay before the agency is there to enable your administration to start implementing it as first January. On this note, I charge all ministries, departments, and agencies of government to cooperate maximum with various house committees, which shall soon invite them to appear for the budget hence exercise a bill to pass the appropriation bill as soon as possible. Your Excellency, therefore, I conclude this address. I wish to make a passionate appeal to you, Sir, Your Excellency, to intervene in the construction of the building of the federal house. The economic viability of this road to the state and country and not be overemphasized on this. Now that relative peace has been restored to the state through Your Excellency's concerted efforts, I wish to specifically request Your Excellency to follow up with relevant federal authorities to resume extraction work on the roads. And also I appeal to all our federal lawmakers from those parts of the state to lend their voice on their respective chambers to overcome the challenges of this road. Your Excellency, finally, let me use this also opportunity to appeal to the federal government and Nigerian military to provide more security agencies to the northern part of the state to restore normalcy in the area, particularly the Zamara local government area and His Excellency the Executive Governor of Borno State, under the leadership of Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, was inaugurated Committee on Resettlement and Reconstruction of the Zamara, that is globally and locally district, Borno, Zamara local government area, in August 2022. But due to lack of security agencies in the entire local government area of the Zamara, this will demoralize the resettlement and the reconstruction effort of His Excellency in bringing peace to Ukraine. As I'm appealing now, there is no single soul or security agencies leading the Zamara local government headquarters. So I'm appealing to all authorities concerned to give more effort to bring normalcy in Bukawa local government headquarters and the Zamara local government. Your Excellency, this letter, I want to thank you so much for the beautiful presentation. I told you to the budget. Inshallah, I said earlier, I'm going to pass this budget into law in a couple of minutes.
Alhamdulillah.